Hello, good evening. My name is Dr. James Eric McDonough. You have my address on file. First, I would like to discuss the continued defamation of character carried out by city employees and elected officials against me, who apparently think it's okay to spread false rumors or write on official documents that I was Baker acted and thrown in a mental institution is a way to discredit me. Anyone preferring not to find themselves as a defendant in a defamation or civil rights lawsuit is strongly advised to stop spreading such lies about me, and I'd like to let you know I already know who you are. Second, I would like to bring to the attention of the city that Merguido was off duty when he defamed me, and the city should not be defending him. I just gave you evidence proving this, but if you could let City Attorney Zeskine kindly stop making false statements that Merguido was on duty and get him to stop attempting to mislead judges, I would greatly appreciate that. In light of this, the city and Mr. Zeskine might want to find a new legal justification for the defense of Merguido other than Florida Statute 111.07, as Merguido was not acting within the scope of his employment. Third, I would like to address the knowing and willful violation of the public records law perpetrated by Public Information Officer Zachary Good, City Clerk Elizabeth Sewell, and City Attorney Sam Zeskine. They've all refused to allow me to personally inspect public records, as is my right under Florida Statute 119.07, Section 1, Paragraph A. However, I would like to thank Mr. Good and Ms. Sewell for, on the record, acknowledging the law, but claiming they were going to follow city policy and instructions of others anyway in violation of the law. It's also noted that Zachary Good sent false and defamatory statements to the media referencing me and Mr. Hill, and is now refusing to provide the records of who gave him these false statements, likely leading to more needless litigation. Fourth, I would like to address the fact that people cannot legally be trespassed from public property open to the public, and citizens have a right to use such space under both the Florida and U.S. constitutions. You might want to inform your officers of this key point of the law. Catron v. City of St. Petersburg would be a really great place to start. I then must thank John Thomas Monaco for not only falsifying his arrest narrative when him and Garland Wright falsely arrested me, but for also making the same false statements again under oath. I really appreciate that. In this respect, I would also like to thank Detective David Matta for also lying under oath in deposition. Surely they all knew cameras were recording every detail, and their actions in helping me expose corrupt and lying officers within the Homestead Police Department has been invaluable here. So again, I would like to thank them for their efforts. Lastly, I would like to thank Garland Wright for stating under oath the day of the August meeting that Manager Gressis had a closed meeting in his office with Chief Roll, Officer Wright, and others discussing trespassing me. A clearer picture of a retaliation against my rights by Homestead Police Department being led by Chief Roll could not be had.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Homestead's kind of like a box of chocolates. You never know what false charge you're going to get. Y'all have a great evening. Good night. Look forward to seeing you next year in the deposition.
Mr. Kim Hill? Mr. Kim Hill?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Vanessa McDonough, and you also have my address already on file. I just wanted to come and address a couple of things. I find it generally disgusting the way a lot of these people that come up here and speak are treated. There's flagrant ignoring people, writing things down. Just people are taking the time out of their day to come here. They may be City of Homestead residents, and may be people affected by things being done in the City of Homestead. Give them the time and pay attention to what they're doing, at least put on the pretense that you care for what people are saying. Which leads me to my next point. I came here a couple of months ago with a very valid concern about what was most likely City of Homestead police officers making really atrocious comments about me online, about the various sexual favors I perform for them, all the different disgusting, lewd sexual positions they engage in with me, I provided each of you a copy of this. It was a preponderance of evidence that this was City of Homestead officers saying these things about me, all of which are not true. I feel like I don't need to say that. I gave the clerk an official complaint package, which was then handed to Detective Harris that next day. It took him less than 6 hours to give me a call and say, dismissed, no basis for investigation. I'm just dumbfounded that you could make that decision that quickly with the level of evidence I gave. But yet, it was okay for the Homestead Police to arrest my husband on an alleged charge that was far less severe than what was done to me. And by the way, that charge was dismissed, as was the other one, because there was no base for those charges. So I would really ask if any of you up here, if it was your wife who was being libeled all over the internet, would you just allow that to happen and think it was okay to dismiss an investigation because a police officer might be revealed as the person behind these acts? I don't think so. So I would ask Chief Roll and the police department to dig a little deeper and maybe take these complaints seriously and do your job and investigate them. It's disgusting. And just in general, the madness has to stop. There's corruption in the city. It's not systemic yet, but when you cover up for the bad apples, you just make this pile higher and higher and higher. Please, deal with the corruption from the inside. Don't attack the whistleblowers. They are innocent. They are calling out the problems, and what do? Instead, you arrest them, you trespass them. I know it's not easy to hear criticism. Nobody likes it, but that's not the way to deal with it. I'm coming here genuinely concerned for this city, and it's not going to get better unless you deal with the corruption inside. So thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Vanessa McDonough, and I come here tonight with a deeply disturbing issue. I feel violated by actions of some of your officers. I now fear for my life and safety, as well as that of my family. While retaliating against my husband for his disputes with the city, Homestead officers have targeted me by publishing my name, address, occupation, and place of work online. Then they crossed all lines of decency and violated Florida law by sexually harassing me online to the point of cyberstalking and committing criminal defamation against me. The screenshots that I just provided to each of you are from the website LEOAFFAIRS.com. There are repeated instances of untrue, disturbing, and downright vulgar statements being made about me. I had initially intended to come here and read some of these statements aloud to you, for the effect to see how vulgar they are. But verbalizing these statements could be misinterpreted as being disorderly, and I do not wish to be the next person trespassed or arrested for attending these meetings. So I hope instead you can take a few minutes to read through what I have provided to you. Keep in mind that these packets show only a fraction of the 130 plus comments made about me and my family on that website. And again, I warn you, they are graphic and vulgar, and of course 100% untrue. As you review these screenshots, I hope that you, like me, are shocked that officers that have sworn to serve and protect this community are attacking an innocent person in this manner. Mayor Porter, please consider how you would feel if these awful things were said about your wife. And Chief Roll, would you tolerate these challenges to your wife's chastity? So my purpose for coming here tonight is to make you aware of this situation, if you are not already aware of these atrocious statements online. And I'm requesting the following. First, I would like a proper investigation to determine who in your department made these comments. Secondly, I need a guarantee that those involved will be properly disciplined so that similar attacks will not occur in the future. And lastly, I'm going to file an official complaint and criminal charges against those individuals responsible. I'll be providing the full packet of my complaint and evidence tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
This is not easy to do, but at this point, I feel it is necessary to share these screenshots so that those of you who have followed the ongoing story of my husband, James Eric McDonough, battling the corruption that runs rampant throughout the city of Homesetead and Homesetead's police department can see the type of people we are dealing with. These screenshots are from www.LEOAFFAIRS.com, which is a privately owned website that offers open access to everyone. My husband has often posted on these sites to engage in discussion and expose evidence of crimes. I have never posted on that site, and I never intend to. However, that did not stop them from bringing my name into the battle and completely trashing me. The first two screenshots show their pitiful explanations as to why they feel justified in completely bashing me. All of the remaining slides are some examples of the horrible and degrading things they wrote about me. Several things bother me about these posts. First and foremost is the fact that none of it is true. It is 100% libel. Second, they post my full name and job title, putting my professional integrity at risk. If someone searches my name online in regards to my job at Biscayne, it is possible that these ridiculous posts come up in the search results. Third, these so-called public servants who post these awful statements do so under the guise of anonymity. Fourth, my husband was wrongfully arrested for posting on these same blogs. As embarrassing and demeaning as it is for me to see these horrible, untrue statements about me printed online, I think it is necessary for people to see the level of depravity that is systemic in Homesetead. Please share so we can spread the word about how awful these people truly are.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and as you've heard from me before, there is a place online called LEOAFFAIRS.com where all the cops go to do their chat, and it's open and you can go there anonymously and chat with them, but unfortunately, this is getting to be the place too where they threaten you, your family, your kids, your wife. They post your address. I mean, that's not to send you flowers. If they post it in there, man, as corrupt as these cops are, that's a threat. But as you see, this is a Homesetead Police Department. There's a patriot over there that works with PINAC, Photography is Not a Crime, that's been multiple times kicked out of the city councils, which violates his free speech, and they've arrested him multiple times, and he's documenting it all, you know, he's fighting the charges because they're bogus, because they're lying, and it is getting really bad. You know, support this guy, you know, connect with them, say, hey, this is bull crap, you know, of course, maybe, you know, go to the Homesetead Police Department on Leo Affairs and chat in there and say this is insane. Another thing too that I was telling them is that you know too, what I've been doing is screen grab everything, make, you know, and video everything, put it on Facebook, put it on YouTube. You gotta let other people know that these people are true thugs. They're literally threatening his family here. They outed him on his address like they did me, and they're freaking threatening his family. His wife had nothing to do with this, and now they're including her in here. I mean, so we're gonna scroll through. I haven't actually read some of this, but man, this is bad, man. This is nuts. Look at this. Reflecting meaning in life, we have family, our ability to feed. Follow, don't agree. Consequences, you cannot eat your cake and have it too. So if you say anything, we will crucify you here, basically, and illegally arrest you, and etc. Policy telling you realize you're in trouble. You know the Porter and Granta's personal capacity. Leave the bill on these schmucks. And my attorney has a client who got almost $100,000 just for being stopped from speaking at a city council meeting. I'm sure that these two could split an award. Their Gatas has a nice boat I could put a lien on. I wonder if they realize they have crossed their past official duty by See, this is what I'm saying. This is wow, man. You posted glad went out to see the frustration. A fool has been slapped his whole life. Encouraged to stand up. Encouraged to deal in paper. When Jimmy Little Mouse that squeals, look in the mirror so you can understand. Your wife goes cops, finds satisfied. She likes real man. This is why they hate us. This is, man. Wow. Look, please tell us how you Baker acted when you found out it was a cop that was doing your wife. Please give us the side of your story, little man. Wow. Chief, you forgot to advise little. He once put the toilet seat down. Little Jimmy almost fell on when he sat speed. That, as you know, is violation of civil rights. Oh my God! Little Jimmy is also claiming illegal search and seizure for sticking his deep into his lovely Vanessa and giving her a good effing. He will probably claim excessive force. Although Vanessa gave consent, which she never withdrew. Therefore, no civil rights. People, wake up, man. You got to get in these chat rooms. You got to screen grab it. You got to turn into videos. These are your paid cops saying this crap. Holy Jesus. It's not your, who's banging your wife in the park. Wow. Wow. I was just blowjob for your knowing of his thing. Oh my God. Finest attacks. Everyone knows the joke reflects Homesetead. Yeah, but your wife sure likes us. Wow. Seems to not understand each other. We have all families and kids about a foamy mouth and mention your wife. Ah! Wow. This is cruel and unusual punishment, a violation of the 8th Amendment on your part. She deserves justice. Therefore, continual to penetrate her. It is not a violation of the force. Yes, there is government. It is an intrusion in part of the penis. Therefore, it is considered a search since it goes so deep in a searcher. She's slammed over and over. You hear her scream. However, we covered since gave us consent, duration, seizure, gave it freely and voluntarily. However, knowing that the argument enticement might be used by you, since you managed the climax and covered the good faith defense, we believe it was the best interest to give her a good fucking since she was, of course, wow. Wow. This is cruel and unusual punishment, violation of the 8th. Oh my God. And for the force is non-reasonable. It was the amount of force reasonable and necessary to achieve her satisfaction. Therefore, totality of circumstance, officers, moment, force, Graham Connor. Furthermore, she did not object to use. In fact, she really liked it. Yep, I need sleeping pills if I was unaware of the man. Come on. Oh my God. This is bad. Wow. Anyways, this is why I'm making a video. This is how bad it's getting. I'm going to put a link to this chat room in here so you can go in and help defend this guy. Share this on Facebook. Share it on YouTube. Let more people know that this is your paid cops doing this insanity. So not only do they violate the law in public, they're violating the law in here. Unreal, man. What do you think?